All right. Well, I am grateful for this next person who I'm going to invite to come forward, Quinn. Quinn's amazing. You've been here over a year, huh?
Not yet.
Not yet. Almost a year. August is going to be a year. Yeah. I could go on and on, but I'm not going to take their time to share. So Quinn asked, hey, Rev, can I share about how God has blessed me through the life of this church? So it's yours.
You'll have to bear with me. I don't do a lot of public speaking. But once I saw everyone was doing these testimonies, I really wanted to do one. I have been in the church for less than a year, but I actually grew up in the church my entire life before I moved down here. I was born into a church, and I went to that church until I was 18. And then I was asked to leave that church because my mom kicked me out, and I was coming out as trans. Nobody liked that. My mom kicked me out of my house. I was 17 years old when she kicked me out, and I hadn't even graduated high school yet. So I couch surfed for a little while. I was on the streets for a little while, and I made my way. But after that, I was like, I'm never stepping foot in a church ever again. I don't trust those people anymore. They threw me out, just like my mom did. So I struggled with my trans identity for a few years, and came out, went back in the closet, came out, went back in the closet. I have a really hard relationship with it, still working on it. But I came out as trans again last year, and my roommate at the time was trying to help me find resources because I was really lonely and I didn't have anybody I could talk to about this kind of thing. So she looked up trans resources and she found this church, which I had actually passed by quite a few times because I go to the shops down here a lot. I had worked at the Petco down the street, so on my way home, sometimes I would drive by the church and see the food bank sign and be like, maybe that's something I can check out sometime. Never did. Until one day I was like, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to see how it is, see what the people are like, and if I get any bad vibes, I can just walk right back out the door. The first time I ever sat in here, I had a panic attack. I sat by myself in the back and had a panic attack and sat quietly while everybody said hi to me, shook my hand, and was just really kind to me, but I was afraid, because that's what religion did to me. But after that, I found that the church was actually a really good place to go. Everyone here listened to me. Everyone here was supportive of me. Devin actually took me to the LGBT youth center the second week after I started coming to church, just because he wanted to, just so I could see if there was any resources I could find there. And then I went through a lot of stuff with my roommate. She went through a hard time, ended up having me go through a hard time. But then my boyfriend walked into my life, and I started bringing him here. And then my stepdad died. He passed away in December. He wasn't even 50, and he had kidney failure. So he was on life support for a couple days and then was right back off it. So after that, I stopped going to church, I stopped taking my medication, I stopped doing everything because I was so mad. I was so mad and upset. I was homeless, my stepdad was dead. What did I have to be thankful for? Why am I coming? But then I would reach out to Pat and be like, hey, I'm going through this, hey, we're going through that. And every time she was there for me, or every time I spoke to anybody in this building, they were there for us. We slept in our car in the church parking lot for about 2 months before somebody offered up their living room. Thankful to Megan and Devin for that. We actually have a place to sleep now. But without the church, we would have never had any of that. I don't know what we would have done because we didn't have anybody helping us. So I'm really thankful for this church and everything it's done for us.